is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to continue working on our 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. And as you've seen in the previous video, we finally started ripping into this thing, mainly on the interior. That way we can just assess some of these damages. I gotta say, we got some pretty crazy damages and we haven't even got started yet. And we found out that this thing actually runs nice and smooth. All the fluids are good, along with some ice cold AC, which means our AC system is good as well. But ever since we got this thing running, all we've been really wanting to do is actually drive this thing. But we are far from it because I believe we got some pretty crazy suspension damage on all four corners. And that's exactly what we're gonna get started with. We're gonna lift this sucker up on some quick jacks, pop off all four wheels, and just see what's going on. All right, so we went ahead and popped off all four wheels and tires, and right off the bat, we noticed that we do got some good tires here. Two of these are actually holding air, but two of them like popped off the bead, but we didn't notice any crazy holes or anything like that. But these are some high quality tires actually. These are some Pirelli Scorpions all-season tires, and they're practically brand new. And I see run flat on the side. I really don't know what that means, but I'm guessing if they pop or something on you, you can still drive on them. Is that what that means?
Dude, that's pretty crazy. We may have to test that out. I mean, we don't even have to put air in these tires. Heck, you just run them like that.
Hey, run them flat. But as far as the wheels go, they're pretty bad. Every single one of them is pretty badly damaged. You got either a severe scratch or one of the wheels is bent or something like that. Ooh, look at that one, dude. That is nasty, dude.
They're like missing big chunks in every single wheel, which is insane.
Yeah, that one just got some serious road rash right there, and I think that's just beyond repair. As for this one, this may be the best one right here.
Dude, flip it the other way and check it out.
Is there some damage on the back end of it? Oh yeah, dude, I don't know if you could fix that. There actually is some people that could probably straighten these wheels, but I don't know if we want to spend the time. And these wheels, are you a big fan of these wheels?
I mean, they don't really look that great.
They're not bad.
They're all right, you know what I mean? But I've seen some nice wheels on these Trackhawks, and it looks super good. We may even go bigger wheels, like 22s or 24s, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. If we can't find like an aggressive set in 20s where we can reuse these tires, we'll just go ahead and end up buying some bigger wheels and some bigger tires, I guess. But anyways, that's it for the wheel setup that we have right now. Let's move on to the suspension damage that we got. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start with our worst suspension damage, and that's gonna be our passenger front. Let's go ahead and squat right down and see what's going on in here. So right off the bat, the very first thing that I noticed is this SRT on this knuckle, which I'm guessing this is just like a beefed up knuckle for SRT and the Trackhawk. And luckily this is not damaged because it looks like an expensive piece, probably just because of the SRT logo on it or whatnot. But as far as the damages go, we do got a bent tie rod right here. The inner and the outer tie rod is probably gonna have to be replaced, but that should be pretty dang easy. And also, I believe our lower control arm is actually broken or cracked. It's not bent or anything. This little bracket right here on the end is actually like broken off. So I don't know if we'll be able to repair that or not because it is aluminum, but we're definitely gonna look into the prices on that. Hopefully that's not too crazy. And there is one more damage that I'm seeing, and it's actually our drive shaft. Zoom in on that boot right there. You can tell that it's twisted and it may be popped out of the socket. So hopefully it's not damaged inside the differential right there or anything like that.
Hopefully we can just put it back together and just snap it back in, you know?
Exactly, man. Hopefully. So that looks pretty much it. Like all the damages other than this cooler right here. You see this cooler, it's just hanging. I'm guessing we just need to get the bracket for it. But that's the supercharger cooler. There's a cooler on the left and the right side. Is there a cooler in the middle as well?
I don't know, dude. I really don't know.
Forgot.
I can't wait to take off this front bumper, but dude, this is probably going to be the worst suspension damage right here because we're probably going to have to completely take all this stuff apart.
Exactly. Yeah, this will definitely completely come off. But that's going to be real fun. But look at that right there. Look at that pump right there. Is that the supercharger pump or the hydro assist steering?
That looks like the supercharger pump because it almost looks like the Hellcat one. You know what I mean? It sits in the same spot too.
Yeah, we're going to have to look into that if this thing has hydro assist or not. But anyways, that's all the damages for this area. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, so this is actually our least damaged suspension here. It almost looks like nothing is wrong with it. It looks all straight, but it's actually slightly turned to the left a little bit. And we actually looked through all these bars. I don't know what these are called.
either control arms or tie rod or camber bars. But I did feel a little slight bend on this black bar right here, this very back one. So I'm thinking it actually hit up against the sway bar whenever it just like flipped or rolled over or something like that, and just put a slight bend on it, which we probably can straighten out. But honestly, we can throw a wheel on this sucker and it'll still be able to roll around, because you know, it's really not that bad. So this side we're probably not going to worry about too much. We're definitely going to order that rear bar. But as for this other back end over here, suspension side, it's basically the same exact damage as over there, but a lot worse. And as that bar I was talking about, dude, look at that, dude. That thing is just turned all the way down, and this thing looks like it has some rear wheel steer or something, because it's just turning completely left. So I'm guessing that's the only damage over here, because all these other bars look fairly good, even the drive shafts on both sides, so we should be good, dude.
Dude,
so
look at that beefy lower control arm, dude.
I'm telling you, dude, there's some crazy beef, and the way these shocks and the springs are set up, they're all like turned towards the back, you know what I mean? Like you can almost jump a jump with this thing or something, dude, which is pretty crazy. I wonder how well this thing does on off-road. Does it have an off-road function? I mean, it does have snow.
It's got a snow mode, but I don't know about off-road.
We may have to put a mud mode on there or something like that.
Well, and put some boggers on it.
Yeah, but that's about it for this rear suspension. Let's go ahead and move on to our last piece of suspension up front.
Looks like it's crazy damaged.
Yeah,
but
it looked like it was crazy damaged when we first got it, because the wheel was completely turned. But honestly, everything looks like it's in some really good shape. And the only reason why it's so badly turned, let me see if I can turn this thing, dude. Check that. Wait, what is this? The tie rod, dude. The tie rod is just completely, almost looks like it's about to bend in half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're gonna definitely have to change our outer and inner tie rod on this side, but that's pretty much it for all of our suspension. Everything else, dude, looks a lot better than we expected.
Yeah, dude, we're looking pretty low on that parts list on the suspensions, which is always a good thing.
Oh yeah, definitely, especially if we don't have to order these knuckles and control arms, or we may have to order that one lower one over there.
Oh yeah, that lower one. I think, what's your guess on it? I'm thinking like 250.
Hey, it might even be 1,000. I don't know, because
dude,
it's like some thick aluminum. You know what I mean?
Don't say that.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, good thing is these shocks are not damaged right here, because them suckers are expensive and you got to back order them or whatever.
Crazy, man. What if we did like some air ride suspension on this thing, or these are just way better for like track and all that good stuff?
This is what you want right here.
Oh yeah, definitely. But right now, what do you say we do?
Parts list.
Let's just go ahead and grab our list, write all the suspension parts down first, you know, because we definitely need this sucker to be moved around, because man, we need to work on this. We need to start tearing this whole entire side down right here, and we're probably going to do that in our garage. So let's just go ahead and write a few things down and we'll go from there. Man, we got this thing straight as possible, dude. Check that out, dude. We don't even need a new one after this, dude.
That one, hey, that one right there is almost OEM, straighter than an arrow right there.
Oh yeah, dude. We actually had to put some heat to it to straighten it out, because it's made out of some tough metal. But before we did this, we actually called around to a few parts stores, and they only had the regular Grand Cherokee ones. I'm sure the Trackhawk one's probably a lot beefier and different. Yeah. So definitely going to be a dealership part here, but for now, dude, this is just going to make us sit straight right now. So if we can do the exact same thing to the other side, we'll be good, dude.
We could actually drive this thing, and we really need to get it inside the garage, because I believe it's going to rain here soon.
Yeah, we're getting some bad weather coming up, and we got some busted windows all the way around. So let's just go ahead and throw this one on and see if we can straighten out the rest of the suspension.